partner with them is coming up next. Hey everyone, I'm Jim's sidekick. Welcome to Two Queers in a Truck. Hi y'all. See you soon.
Good morning, everybody. It is Two Queers in a Truck time, and it's Pride Month. It's June 10th. And we're rocking and rolling, and we're going to jump into all things Pride. This is probably going to be a pretty quick edition. So I'm on the road in an undisclosed location. I've had a little incident last night in the place we're staying. They had a power outage.
Oh my goodness!
Large trees fell on our power line, so there is nobody on the block where we're staying at here in the undisclosed location. So we decided to take this on the road, and I'm camping here in a car on the streets of a place across the street from a donut shop.
Oh my goodness!
The better half is sitting in the donut shop working herself on a computer using their Wi-Fi, and we are broadcasting. So 'tis life, and
yes.
It is part of life, but we'll jump right into it. Interesting thing, speaking of Pride Month, Andrew Tate, our favorite guy to hate, was running his mouth about women this week and made a weird, almost gay male-like remark, and he was saying how less attractive women are because they have to do makeup and all these beauty things to look attractive, whereas men look naturally attractive to him. And I mean, obviously he's speaking for himself, because not everybody feels this way. But it was an interesting mark for a supposed straight heterosexual tough guy. Once again, he's made a very closet gay male remark and saying that women aren't as attractive as men. And I thought that was weird because, you expect it from a full-blown out of the closet gay guy to say that.
Exactly.
Like, hey, I just find women less attractive, and the fact that they usually wear makeup, and I like the natural look, and I just like the ruggedness or the jawline of men or whatever, whatever attracts you to men, or what the qualities of men as a man, what would attract you to men.
Yeah.
And the remark smacks of something I've heard a gay man say, and so it's interesting that this guy's always just like posturing how tough he is and how virile he is, and all this. But it is interesting. A lot of times he's usually talking about like his car or his wealth or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily. He's never really said that he's attracted to women. What do you think about it? And I went through a lot of his remarks, and he's not really known for dating women anyway. And he had that trafficking thing, but he was making money off that.
Yeah, and it was kind of his brother too, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, him and his brother.
Yeah.
That's what they got arrested for in that foreign country. But it scratches your head. It's almost like I feel like this has been a long running gun battle with him and himself. That anybody has to posture as much and beat your chest as much and talk about your virility and how great you are, usually hiding something, whether it's Trump and going to Kid Diddler Island and stuff like that, or people that compensate are compensating for a reason. There's something in the back of their head they know they don't stack up, or they're not a good person, or whatever. You see this with MAGAs all the time.
I have a question, Gersemi.
Yeah.
Because you're a lot more in tune with certain things than I am, obviously. But I'm curious, like our generation, the Gen Xers, Gen X women our age,
yeah,
are not shy about calling non-masculine men, so to speak, sissies, or they're gay or things like that. Why is it that the millennial women and the Z women don't call this stuff out also? Is it because they don't want to use that as a negative term? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
I mean, because usually the people that say that are homophobic
Sure.
and
Yeah.
transphobic,
Yeah.
or just the road that feminine gay men aren't tough. And I know a lot of men that got feminine qualities or what's considered feminine, like
Yeah.
their nails did, they'll
Hmm.
be very manicured because a lot of gay men are very manicured. They're very
Yeah.
conscious of
Hmm.
their looks. It's just
Yeah.
something that's just, the kind of, and straight men don't spend as much time typically on their appearance as a gay man does.
Yeah.
Just for whatever reason, maybe it's
Hmm.
because a lot of us are in public jobs or
Yeah.
political jobs or beauty and fitness or
Hmm.
whatever. And I think that's sometimes confused with femininity too, or
Hmm.
being a sissy is just being manicured and
Sure.
daily bathing. I guess
Yeah.
I've never quite understood that either, but that's a whole different topic.
Yeah.
But it's very bizarre. And there's really kind of two kinds of straight women out there. There's the ones that love being around gay men because they feel
Hmm.
safe. They feel,
Yeah.
that there's that camaraderie, because they both are attracted to men, but they also
Hmm.
feel safe. They value, the
Hmm.
gay male's opinions and then the friendship and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think younger generations are very cautious about saying anything that would be demeaning to queer people.
So it's almost, yeah. So it's almost, sorry to interrupt you. It's almost like a double-edged sword. You
Yep.
almost
We're up against our first break.
oh, yeah.
And hold that thought because I know what you're about to say, and it's
Yeah.
actually a really good point. We'll be right back after these important messages for Two Queers in the Truck.
Howdy, y'all. This is a Pride message from all of us at Cannis Media saying Happy Pride 2026. Somewhere around the country, they have had other Pride events, which Happy Pride again. And June is International Pride Month, which is what this special is all about. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it informs you on events going around the country. And most of all, enjoy your freedoms and enjoy Pride. Happy Pride, y'all.
Hi, this is Yorense Pascual Mateo. I am back. Spedeke is back in 2026, and yes, my hiatus was sad, and it was caused by a bunch of, I don't know, butthurt losers. But I'm not gonna say that. Don't worry, I'm here. I'm gonna be annoying. I'm gonna say fuck fascism, and I'm gonna stand up against this shit. So please like, subscribe, enjoy my show, and let's fight against the bullshit that we continue to live with.
Howdy, y'all. It's Christian Cano with the Coffee and Pondusa Show and Cannis Media. We wanted to wish all of our LGBTQ plus audience members and allies a happy Pride. We hope you have a wonderful Pride month and a wonderful Pride year.
Hey y'all, this is Jetty with Two Queers in a Truck and Christian's along with me. We're just having fun and we're looking forward to the 2025 season. and super excited. We have some neat things going on in our whole family of shows, including Coffee and Pan Dulce, and many new shows that are brewing. Get it. And we are excited for 2025 and all the chicanery and other things that comes with it. So happy New Year, and we'll see you on the flip side. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Bye, boo.
Bye, boo.
Howdy, y'all. It's Christian Cano with Cannis Media and the Coffee and Panducci Show. We wanted to wish everyone a happy Pride. We hope you have a great, happy Pride month. Have fun at the events. Have a great time at all the wonderful Pride events you're going to be attending this summer and throughout the year. Happy Pride, y'all.
Hey Cannis Media listeners, this is your insight from Americo, and I just want to say to y'all, happy Pride Month. I want y'all to enjoy yourselves, have a wonderful Pride Month, go to events, and make sure to learn and study why we should remember Pride Month. Because this month is supposed to represent the blood, sweat, tears, and everything that was given from all the activists, from all the allies, from all the people in the LGBTQA+ community, from everyone who worked their butts off to make sure that everyone is seen as a human being and as equal. So, enjoy the month, go on vacation, forget about the news and shit like that, and just have a good Pride Month. And be safe, be happy, be proud, and fuck fashion.
We are back. Continue what you're going to say, because I think I know.
I was wondering if it's like a double-edged sword. It's like, in one breath, that generation has advanced to the point where they're just being more decent people. But when you're dealing with people like Andrew Tate, who are bullies, sometimes you only can fight bullying with bullying. You know what I mean? I mean, I know you shouldn't, but it's like, I wish there were women. Well, I know there are, but they would say, the only people I know that talk about how they don't think that women's looks are other women. So either you're another woman or you're not attracted to women.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And there was women calling it out.
Okay.
And not being negative about if he is gay.
Yeah.
Like, to me, if he is gay, I wish he would just come on out. Because I hate seeing a queer person struggle.
Yes.
Irregardless of who they are. Whether it's Lindsey Graham, Donald Trump, Matt Gaetz, whomever. From that respect, because I think anybody, whether they're conservative, liberal, anything in between, human to human, I don't want anybody to struggle with their identity.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think everybody that can come out should come out, and the water's fine. Come on in. Now, do I like seeing him particularly suffer? Well, of course, yeah. I'd like to see him, get 1,000 razor blade cuts and have to thrown into a pool of alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Personally, because he's a total ass and a monster and a criminal. But I don't like anybody in our community, because if he is in fact gay or bisexual, but prefers the company of men, which it seems like he does.
Yes, all the manosphere does.
A lot of those guys do. And it makes you wonder. I would guess at least 50% of them are gay.
Yes.
And probably 80% are bisexual. They're attracted especially to penis owners, people that have penises on their body, no matter what their gender is. And I feel like the majority of these guys that are in a small minority of men, because not all men are this way, like very few men are this way, especially to his extent. I mean, men in general are not awful people, they're humans too.
Yeah.
And I don't want this to turn into a man-hating thing, because Andrew Tate's definitely not the example of all men. I know a lot of wonderful men out there, including yours truly, my partner in crime here on the show. And, and a lot of my best friends in the world are men. So, it's one of those things that it is a fine line, because you vacillate between making fun of somebody because they are gay and in the closet. There's that tightrope that now I would say most of the people that I saw in this post that were making fun were older women.
Yeah.
And gay men. Gay men
Yeah,
were going
exactly.
after me because they're like, oh, fuck you. You're not that tough if you can't get out of the closet. We've been out of the closet all of our life and
Yeah.
our heads dunked in toilets when we were a kid, and like I think who it bothers the most is gay men.
Yeah.
And or the loved ones of gay men, because they know what out of the closet gay men go through in society. It's not easy. It's not a cakewalk, even though they have male privilege, and in some cases white male privilege. You still are a minority from the fact that you're a gay man in a society, especially American society, that puts heteronormative lifestyles at a premium. You can look at the film industry, you can look at the TV shows. Gay love stories are still, they're coming more common, but look at the reaction to the gay hockey player movie that just came out this year. Heated Rivals, and how the public really adored the story, but when you're watching, you realize how rare the story is. How that it was an endearing love story. It's like the three main characters that were all gay, and their struggle with who they loved and how they loved versus their public stardom, because they were all three hockey stars, and the struggle of even true gay men, not even bisexual men or down low gay men that are living a straight life. What a struggle that is, and even in the 2020s, even in because there's been several athletes around the world that have come out since the TV show came out, and it's like, God, wait, what year are we in, and are we in the 80s, are we back in Reagan and the HIV crisis, and and I think it's a subject that's tough to talk about for a lot of people, because you're either part of the problem or part of the solution, and society's thoughts and feelings about being queer. And we're up against our second break, and we'll be right back with some more Two Queers in the Truck right after this. Hey y'all, thanks for listening to Two Queers in the Truck, and we do broadcast on YouTube and Facebook in a video version, and we're also on all the audio platforms out there. So your favorite way to listen to your podcast. We've been doing this for a couple years, and we appreciate y'all listening. We know you have a ton of choices, even though we may be the best choice. We always appreciate our listeners, and we'll try to bring you quality in the future. Thanks for listening. As always, Christian and Jenny, we're out. Thank y'all. Hey everybody, you can catch us on your favorite audio podcast platform, Spotify, and all Apple Store, the Google machine, and whoever else does podcasts. We're on there. We broke in, and we're staying. So enjoy the Two Queers in the Truck on your favorite audio podcast platform. Thanks for listening or watching. Bye, boo. Happy Pride.
Hey everyone, it's Christian Cano with the Coffee and Pandusha Show and Cannis Media. We just wanted to wish you a happy Pride 2026.
But I kind of been wanting to talk about this and using Andrew Tate as a prime example. I mean, we can use Lindsey Graham as well, how he, I saw a thing the other day about how they were talking about James Talrico, actually.
Yes, I was going to mention that. Yes.
And because he's 37, never been married.
Mm-hmm.
But they leave out the part the guy's been with this woman that he's been dating for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Lindsey Graham has never had a
Mm-hmm.
girlfriend because we know why. He is gay and in the closet, and he's not only done that, but he's pushed an anti-LGBT agenda in the Congress, and we know why. It's like dating a woman to be a beard,
Yeah.
and the only people that have admitted to having sex with him are male DC sex workers. Those are the
Yeah.
only ones.
Yeah.
In
You don't
public
have
record.
women. Yeah. You don't have women coming out and saying, "Oh,
Oh, I've
he
been with
molested
Lindsay.
me," or
Yeah, women are completely safe around Lady G. But how sad is that? That he's a
Yeah.
70-year-old man, successful in many ways, politically successful, been in the Senate, 3 decades, and all probably fairly wealthy by now.
Mhm.
I don't know what Lady G's net worth is,
Yeah.
but I would imagine being single. I mean, other than I
Yeah.
guess the cost of the sex workers. But it's sad. Look at one side of his life, his public work life, and he's the pinnacle of success.
Yeah.
Senator, he's traveled around the world doing stuff for the United States, just done all this work. But in his personal life,
Yeah.
he's relationshipless as far as we know. He has to pay people to have sex with him on the down low and sign NDAs. How sad and lonely that would be.
Yeah.
And all because of his political movement, his political beliefs, and which party he represents.
Yeah.
And then everybody knows he's gay, but it's on the down low, so they're okay with it.
At one time, the state of, well, actually, they still do technically, the state of North Carolina, I mean, South Carolina, I don't want to disparage North Carolina. The state of South Carolina would be the poster child for Pride Month because they have 2 gay senators from there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the crazy thing. 2 Southern cisty gay men are senators from South Carolina. And what an unbelievable. Just think for a second, if we got past all this MAGA shit.
Yeah.
Trump's gone, whether he's in prison or he passed away, hopefully of natural causes, like syphilis, syphigonorrhea, whatever he's got. And this is,
Syphigonorrhea.
I mean, weekend at Bernie's here. But do you imagine if we could get past all this machismo and bullshit and this anti-gay stuff from the Republicans, and they finally say, you know what, people were people. They turn the other cheek, just like James Talrico does. The Christian that also supports the trans community, the gay community, the LGBT community, because he said that's what God asked them to do.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if conservative Christian Republicans were more like James?
Yeah.
What would James do?
And
what I hope, because I'm not a Christian, I'm not a believer, but I hope more people like James Talrico, that they staunch Christian, but also loves humanity and loves his neighbors as he believes Christ instructed him to do. He feels that God compels him to be this way for public service and loving. And Republicans started to take that to heart because they saw that that's what Christians really want to embrace. The majority of Christians, I believe, have given a choice between a James Talrico and a Ken Paxton, who also claims to be a Christian and a representative of Christianity. The Christians and Texans would embrace the better of the 2 politicians. And that MAGAs would start to soften on this anti-LGBT, anti-American belief that if we believe in absolute freedom, the most patriotic you can do is support the minorities that are different than you. That's the ultimate bravery. That's the ultimate patriotism, And in Pride Month, supporting the LGBT community, supporting your neighbors is the ultimate act of patriotism. And I'm not the first person to say that. James Talrico has also said that. And I hope, not that this is supposed to be a political commercial for James Talrico, but what I hope is those intersections slam together and so many veterans and so many former military and current military see James Talrico as an example of how to lead. He represents all people, Republican, Democrat, Christians, Buddhists, Muslims, everybody. Just as Mondami does in New York, hopefully James Talrico gets to do in Texas and across the country. And that will turn Pride Month into National Freedom Month. And that will be the beauty of the Pride movement. And it could happen. What I hope is somebody like James Talrico galvanizes the Christian movement into one beautiful movement instead of one very fractured movement. There is two camps in Christianity, American Christianity. Really, really awful people that seem to hate for no reason and be racist, bigoted, xenophobic, homophobic, transphobic human beings, which is the opposite of the teachings of Christ. And beautiful Christians. There's a lot of good Christians out there that do work in the community, that help people, that are loving human beings because they believe that their faith compels them to do so, that it makes them more Christ-like by loving their neighbor. And I hope that wins out. And if it does, what a gift. What a gift. And that's all we have for this week's edition. Happy Pride, people. And let's make sure the James Talricos of the world have the greatest success. And don't make fun of somebody because they may be gay. You never know who's queer. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Happy Pride, Boo.
Happy Pride. Hey, y'all. Thanks for watching Two Queers in the Truck. And, this week in June 10th, a lot of primaries have been come and gone. But keep in mind who you need to support. Check their record on human rights. Check their record on a lot of things. Don't make it about one issue. Make it about leadership. Make it about support. Support the people that be there. Support the parties that have been there for you for a long time. Keep that in mind. This fall is really important. And most of all, if you're not registered to vote, go get registered. It's free. It's your right. And if you are registered, make sure you show up this fall, no matter how. But keep that in mind. We're not that far away. We're only a few months away from maybe changing America for the better. It's our shot. So don't blow it. Anyway, have a great June month. It is summer, so be careful as always, my PSA. And we'll see you next week. We appreciate y'all. Bye, Boo.
Bye, Boo.
Hey, y'all. This is Gersemi from Two Queers in a Truck 2026 edition. And so some things have changed, including my name. And but we got a lot of things going on this year and a lot of special editions going on. Great new shows in the Cannis Media group. Again, our old standby, Coffee and Pandolfi. So many more new podcast stars. We're excited for 2026 and what's going to be going on. And always, tune in to Christian and I on Two Queers in a Truck. How it all started in the summer of 2020. We'll see you later. Bye, y'all.
Hi everybody, this is Yorense from the Esperacast show over here. All I'm here is doing a little quick PSA. Use this summer to do volunteer work. Go to your nearest YMCA, go to your nearest homeless shelter, go to whatever community services or programs that you can help out and volunteer. Because right now, we have a bunch of fascist pieces of shit trying to rip apart our country and rip apart the people, our communities by spreading hate and bigotry. The best way to combat it is 1, working in your community and standing strong to show that you are strong and you're here to help out others. 2, combat misinformation. If you hear bullshit, first research and make sure if it's true or not. If it is not true, call it out. If it is true, get the facts. Be knowledgeable of it because it might come out later. So always stand against that. And 3, fuck fascists. Stand against them. Make them feel uncomfortable. There is too many people out there feeling like they can say the hard R or say slurs or be violent. Make them understand that a lot of people die to make sure this hatred and bigotry does not exist. All our civil rights workers, all the people who restored normity, everybody who fought against intolerance and hatred, they died and worked their asses off to stop this. So follow in their footsteps and stop this madness. This is Yorense again from Espera Que, and all I can say is be there for your community and stand up for what's right. Fuck fascism and have a wonderful day.
Coffee and pan dulce. How's that? Coffee and pan dulce.
Sounds great.
You sounded like a telenova. I mean,
I'm trying this. All I have to say is go. Yes.
As a non-Spanish speaker.
Sure.
All right, let's talk about his Jesus Jesus meme. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, yeah. That'll be the show. All right, here we go. Okay, so we'll just take this last commercial and then we'll come back. All right, here we go.
And this is the Jenny Award.
And this is the Pendejo Chronicles. Coffee and pan dulce. How's that? Coffee and pan dulce.